Okay, it has been recently brought to my attention that there is way too much magic happening. Um, Please divert your eyes. The magic I'm referring to is not currently on the screen, but it will be shortly. Um, this one was the, we'll just say, when Stable Diffusion was handing out cute that day. we forgot to turn on face restoration, so we're gonna show a couple of things that Stable Diffusion can do, even on an image that it's already created. I've got one checked down here. I've already created one. As another example, quickly, this was cute. We started off with just the word cute, just to see what we could do to grow from there, to build, to see what it considers what, so we know what sort of things we'll need as negative prompts if we use certain words as prompts. And just because, you know, you don't want to just start off with, or I personally didn't want to just start off with um, a 35 word um, seed phrase. I don't think it's called that prompt, and then not know exactly what's working well when I start changing things around. So I'm building from scratch. I'm gonna be jumping along the other way too, going with big negative prompts, looking for that special sauce in negative prompt and prompt. I've already found some cool words, so I'll be sharing that as well in this video. But first of all, let's get to making cute cute. Okay, she's not bad, you might say to yourself. You might say, I was thinking she's not that bad. But if you look closely, she's not that human either. I mean, she's got eyes, that's true, but her pupils are showing in top and bottom on the right eye. That's not quite normal from when you will see most humans in a photo. Don't know if you ever knew that, but that's why your drawings look weird. And their other eyeball, or pupil, isn't quite lined up. They're not the same size. You know, there's some issues there. Your eyes aren't really drawn to that. And like Stable Diffusion did a really good job, and let's be honest, it did. Uh, let's get this off of here. I don't need all that. But we can do better with the touch of a button. So without further ado, CodeFormer was the best I've found. There's only the two GFP GAN and CodeFormer, but so far GFP GAN didn't do the same. I'll do an experiment quickly with both to show you. But restore faces with the click of a button goes from that to OK. One more click of a button. And we're mostly human. I mean, I think this worked a little better earlier. I might have changed some things. I think it's partially, I think I do have a different seed going on. I don't know how much that affects faces, but I do have my image results saved from earlier. So um, there we go. That's more like the results we're looking at. We went from, this was the original and our first earlier with some just clicks of the handy. This is InvokeAI, by the way. I'm using the InvokeAI uh, web, well, we'll say browser UI, browser interface, but it is running locally on my machine. So I clicked that button once, got from there to, boom, there. Clicked it again, got there. Some would say that's not any cuter, it looks the same, but it is crisping up the image. It's making the image more aesthetically pleasing. If you go jump back 2 steps, you'll see a little bit of difference, but it does make it a little less realistic. So then you start getting to a point where you're no longer getting any better, you're just getting closer and closer to what the computer's going to draw as perfect, which is going to look like a cartoon, you know. That's just what that's what it's aiming towards. That's the model that it's like forming. From my best estimation, it's forming these faces to match our face models that are 3D modeled. So we're going to try this cute filter on a couple more things that I haven't seen. Firstly, her. Well, let's not assume. Firstly, this one. And we're just going to click it and just hope for the best for you. We're going code former. Oh, fidelity, strength, all these things might matter. I think this started at like a 0.125. I don't know. I should probably figure out what fidelity does. We're going to start with 30, and then we're going to go back to the original, throw it up to more than that. See, already. I mean, she's still got about the same, but her eyes cleared up. She looks mostly human. I mean, yeah, we've gone from smudge, brushed up face, pretty bad, to looking pretty good. And we hit it again. I'm pretty sure, we can even jump across, try GP fan one time just to see if it does. Now that crisped it up. That definitely put more of the pop, I guess you could say, contrast to the outer lines of the face. If you don't see that, you can go from there to there. It kind of changes it just a little, just slightly. But it also does that thing that I don't like. It takes away the softness of it, and it makes it a little closer to flat or 2D kind of, just fake, we'll say. And I mean, of course, all of this is fake, but we want the most photorealistic images we can get, even though I didn't specify that in this prompt. So we're going to go back one more time. We're going to go to Codeformer. We're going to up the fidelity this time, though, to a full 1. This goes from a, I guess, -1 to a 1. And then click Restore Faces. All right. Now I gave her some lips a little change to her lips there. Not a whole lot, but it definitely cleaned up her hair more again. If we're looking from where we began again, though, let's be honest. She's come a long way, this one. So that's something we can remember to add. We can add face restoration, upscaling, other options like that into our model as it's, well, I should say, into our API. It's available in the model to be tweaked with parameters as we're making our calls, to get some cool stuff. And if you're wondering what all this other cool stuff is over here, I'm going to run through it. Qt also yielded some really, really cool results when I added other words to the prompt, like characters, 3D. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy's a story by himself. Like he is what an acorn would sprout into if it became like no one's animated a tree series yet. I think this guy just is going to spark it off if anyone sees this. And she's in it too. Now, this guy, I don't know what happens if you do a face restoration on something like this, but guess what we're going to find out. Restore faces. I think anything, it's going to just fix up the eye, maybe nothing at all because it's not going to detect a face. Yeah, all right, it doesn't appear. All right, that's the one. Yeah, no difference at all. Absolutely no difference detectable by my eye. Because it doesn't detect a human face. So it's really good at face restoration for human faces. Let's see about kittens. This kitty, of course, the first thing everyone does is not just a cat, but it's got to be their cat, and their cat doing silly things. So we found our kitten's senior photo, hiding in the depth of Stable Diffusion. This is Nupa. I don't know if he's in the room right now, but our boy, we're so proud of him. He's probably embarrassed for showing this on the internet right now, but we're gonna try it because he looks a little spooked here. His eyes a little buggy. All right, we'll see. It's got 2 eyes, so we'll see if Codeformer knows how to restore a face here, or if it does anything. It does a little something. It gives the eyes some normal shine. It gives the eyes some lighting effects that makes them a little less freaked out, a little more closer to a normal photo of a cat than the other, which, if you don't remember, looked just like that. Which was a little crisper. You got a little more detail. These sort of things, though, I'm getting from using the keywords. ArtStation, realism, highly detailed, 8K. Those are all really good ones, by the way. If you want anything else in your image, be sure to specify it cleanly, perfectly, as well as you can, and try not to use, you know, I don't. You can use weights in InvokeAI. You have to do it in the um, uh, what's it called? The terminal version. You'd have to use. You'd have to invoke it from the terminal. I can show you quickly how quick and easy this is to start. Uh, I don't do much. Closing it all the way out. And I'll make another video at some point if anyone would be interested on the installation process for this. But it's nothing. It's really nothing. Like you go onto the um, InvokeAI. I think it's invoke-AI /InvokeAI. Simple as that. GitHub, you'll find them. And follow the directions on the README. Just scroll on down and follow the directions. And as long as you have the right specs, you'll have Stable Diffusion running. Okay. So I go quickly to the shortcut. It's going to open up command prompt. The command prompt or terminal. That's what I was trying to think. Command prompt. I finally got terminal out. You can do command line, browser based, or open to the developer console. Let's open the developer console. Do some exploratory with you all. I haven't done this yet. Looks like it just gets into a command line, basically, that or a development environment. It gives us our own Python development environment. From here, I can probably give prompts, Python, with Python commands, opening the Python .py files with the prompts, and so on and so forth. Let's close that. I'm going to open it with command line just to see what that looks like, and that's a 1. Okay, this looks more like when you open it from the web UI, even though or browser-based UI. It takes a little bit, but does not take long at all to generate images. When I say does not take long at all, of course that all depends on specs. Did not take me long. Did not take me and the mother chip long. Alright, so we've got initialization done, awaiting your command. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Well, H for help, Q to quit, invoke. So I think this is just ready for a prompt. I'm not sure, so I'm just going to type something and see what happens. I'm going to give it some weights. I don't know where it's going to output. I don't really know. Well, I've never done this, so I'm not going to type Q. We'll do -H just because, that's what people do that are smart. Go ahead and read it. All right, so --prompt. And you can give it others like seed, iterations, width, height, probably, hopefully these all have defaults, because I'm not doing all that. Use positive values, zero disables, at least not at first. I'm going to try it just with --prompt. What's happening? Okay. There's a good amount here. Leaving this on screen intentionally for a little bit for my own reference as well. All right. Now, do you need the capital prompt again, or just prompt, I'm thinking? And also is going quotes. It's all up here, so we'll just go back to it quickly. Prompt string. Yeah, that's okay. So that's the command. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that's how we need it. And then we just need prompt string. So I'm just going to give it a string called ball of copper yarn. Okay, art station. You got to do it every time. Maybe not art station, maybe not AK, but you gotta add some like some cool stuff. Something to make it. If you don't add the AK, if you don't add something like unless you are specifically looking for a cartoon style, I threw a really cool thing together. I'll have to show you at some point. I'll just have to show you at some point. But Snorks versus the Smurfs on the moon. But yeah, that's they put it together in comic book style, and the characters the colors were perfect. The characters were falling over the boxes of the comic strip, like parts of the drawings were overlapping, like it would have been done in comic book style at the time. It was really quite impressive, and without copyright infringement. All right. Realistic. Highly detailed. But I'm going to say ball of copper yarn with a colon and give that like 70% of my attention. Or 0.70. And that did nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna take this because I really do want to see this. Even though I don't know, I'll have to do a little bit more research how that works. I don't know exactly yet how that works with the command prompt UI, but the way it quickly spins up. The browser-based UI is to boom bip. It's gonna go down there. It'll tell me. And unfortunately, it's a batch file, not an exe, so I can't make a shortcut to it. I can't to my start menu yet. I can't make I'll eventually make an exe file that points to the batch file or something. But for the time being, right now, it's like I can't quickly I don't like shortcuts being on my desktop, and now I have to keep that one there. Almost there. Okay. Oh, we are there. So I've already got this saved as a shortcut, but you can also just copy paste it. You can type it. It's pretty short, pretty simple. and as soon as you click it, you're in. There's no waiting, no, and it's gonna, like, if I just duplicate one also at any point, I can make as many of these as I want. And if I make changes in one, I don't know for sure yet if it affects all of it. No, it does. Okay, it's running locally. Those are just instances of the same local occurrence. So yeah, okay, so that's all I've got so far on this. There's plenty more to come on unified canvases, out painting, in painting. They don't have nodes yet. It's going to be fun once they get them. Yeah, that's going to be neat. But yeah. We're going to do a few more to close it out. Let's get a prompt to show you guys quickly how something can be generated. Now that I have face restoration upscaling on, negative prompts, we can go in place. We can either shuffle our seed or randomize seed. I like using a shuffled seed. Well, here's two ways we can go about it. We can randomize seed, and then if something cool happens, which I don't know if all of the other UIs had this or not, but I'm super happy to have found it. If you do have something that you really like a super impressive, okay, this is about how long it takes to render, not too long. Each one of these pixelated things, that's 2 of them so far. Oh wait, what do we got? Why do these look identical? Interesting. Steps are low. CFG scales high-ish. I guess you don't, cloudy sky is not a lot to go on. I don't know. I don't really like. Interesting. Anyway, what I was saying is if you do get something you really like, although I didn't in this instance, you can click here and you can use seed, and then it will give you their seed for that particular set of events. So now if I okay, I'm just gonna get one image. Let's say I accidentally knocked that one out. Whoops! Oh no. If I generate one image again from this exact same prompt, from that exact same seed, with the exact same sampler, with all of the things in the exact same place, we get our first image back, but I just deleted it, so you'll never know. But it's true. I've done it before. That's how we got her back. So it's pretty cool that you can do that, not only for that reason, but you can also keep that seed the same and just change your prompt slightly. So these are going to allow you to get closer and closer to the images you want with the confidence level, that you're looking for, passing all filters, whatever. How is this going to benefit? If anything, if nothing else, it's lots of fun. It's going to definitely spark creativity. I know that for sure. It's done so to me already. And how's it going to benefit? I mean, it's just so attractive. It's just, I feel like anything that's done with this, if we even just had a prompt that for instance, we have a writing prompt. If we have also a drawing prompt, that can be very simple and very done in a very organized, constructive manner, that it's like intended to be stick people or intended to be very, very rudimentary, um, but suggestive, just to spark up a little bit of, or intended to be just thrilling to the eye. That's the part I like. We can make it very, very, very thrilling, and then spark off the imagination that will get some pictures going from our young ones. So like, to me, I think image prompts to go along with the writing prompts. You know, even though it's this like this is in the ball, this is against screen time. There's that picture is worth 1,000 words. I'll end it now. Let's see.